eye problem? Do you feel a hearing difficulty? Medicalia is here to ease the pain for you. The first and only hearing aid dispensing facility nationwide, where patients can be tested and treated to recover from their hearing loss. Fitted with latest generation equipment, our doctors can provide healthcare assistance for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Common diseases like glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy can be diagnosed and followed up for fast and correct treatment. Make your appointment with the eye or ear, nose, and throat ENT specialist today to relieve any pain you might be feeling, as consultants are available daily. Contact us for more information. Visit us at Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767123. Medicalia, premium care, personal touch.
Good morning. It's very cool, very wet today, and of course, the environment is very cool. I don't know, Mr. Ade, are you feeling cool? You're from the UK. You've spent a whole lot of, almost your life in ice.
Yeah.
So
when somebody from the UK hears somebody here talking about cold, they laugh. But before that, let's apologize for the late start. We apologize to the viewers.
Exactly.
We had some technical issues to deal with.
Exactly. So, we are back here finally, to bring you the morning show. As you know, this is the program where we discuss things, where we do newspaper review and also the African proverb. And today on our program, as usual, I'm joined by Loli.
Yes, Mr. Balde. Good
Loli,
morning.
Madam Bice.
Yes, Madam Bice.
It's good to have you here.
As you said, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Yeah, rainy, and we love the weather.
How do you prefer rainy, wet days? Do you prefer staying at home, enjoying with your family, or do you prefer staying in bed?
In this case, I don't have a choice because my work wouldn't permit me to be at home. But if only I wasn't, working, I prefer to be home with my family, having a good time. And I love attire, so I'll be home bringing attire.
Oh, we are the attire crew here.
Yeah, so you see.
So, how about you? How do you love it when it's wet and rainy?
When it's wet and rainy, since I came to the Gambia, I prefer to stay indoors because the roads are so terrible that I'd never want to go out if I can help it. So
come on, Mr.
There's
Ade.
your answer.
Mr. Ade, not all our roads. We have the Sukuta Javan road.
Especially the area he lives
Okay,
in.
90% of the roads.
90%
of the roads are terrible.
Yeah.
It is not a joyous thing going out when it's raining here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know.
Dreadful.
It's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Well, I prefer staying home. Sometimes I even prefer, staying home, not to come to work. Sleep the whole day, enjoy myself,
wow.
wake up, and the madam do, the
madam lunch.
Yes,
break,
exactly.
Yeah,
a whole lot of stuff for me. So, but unfortunately, that cannot happen. You have to come to work, no matter what happens.
Work.
Yes. Yeah. So we are back again. We'll be doing the African proverb and the newspaper review. Mr. Ade. Yes. You're supposed to be Mr. Mboj.
I am Mr. Mboj today.
And we'll be talking to Lamin Kaba. Lamin Kaba.
Famous Lamin Kaba.
It's a very famous businessman in the Gambia. And when it comes to societal issues, Lamin is very good at it. He knows how to coach and nurture the young ones to become responsible elders tomorrow. So we'll be discussing our responsibilities as citizens in our country. So he will be here to talk to us about this. And of course, on social issues, we'll be talking to cadet ASP Binta Njai. I just named her Baji.
Yes,
Can you imagine?
You did. You could be in trouble. She could arrest you.
Binta Njai.
So you have to quickly.
The police PRO. There is a lot that people want to know about her, her biography. And at the same time, she being the first female to assume that office as the first female PRO, police PRO in the Gambia. So we'll be talking about her biography and also the increase is crime in the increase in the Gambia. Sure. So we'll try to see how best to put this thing together. Probably we'll be having click. As you know, it's raining again. And, you know, click segment is a very special segment. So, Lolly, take us through the African proverb.
Okay, Mr. Balde, it will be my pleasure. And the African proverb reads, "He who eats alone vomits alone." Mr. Ali, you're laughing.
I'm laughing. It's one of the most well, evocative ones we've ever had.
Yeah.
He who eats alone, vomits alone. I guess it's to do with a whole variety of things. Literally, it's about
Exactly.
if you keep yourself to yourself, when consequences happen, there's no one there to help you.
Definitely.
So it's not just about the food aspect of it. It's if you don't socialize, you don't fraternize. When there are good times, you enjoy them by yourself. But equally, when there are bad times, you
Nobody
endure
will.
them alone. There's nobody there to help or to rescue you. So
Yeah, and you know, we have been seeing that in our societies. If you don't socialize, you're too reserved. When it comes to where people, you need people, they'll be like, "Hey mom, do they and I can like you have hold yourself back." So
we're not going to.
yeah,
But,
nobody's
you know,
going
it's
to.
It's a strange one because when I read it, because I'm somebody who I like my own company. And so for the first 18 months of me moving to the Gambia, and I've said this before, I lived alone in a 5-bedroom house.
Wow.
And I didn't miss anybody's company, I have to be honest. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but that's me because I would take the time to listen to music, to read books undisturbed. So it's not a problem for me, it never has been, really.
But maybe too, you're not from Gambia, so for your case, it will be a bit different.
No,
but
I've been like that even
Yeah,
if I go
back
to
home.
the moon or to Mars. Even when I grew up, I mean, I grew up with 4 siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I would still be by myself in my room reading, lock myself away, and so on. I can socialize when I need to, but if I need not to, I'm equally happy. So.
Is there an advantage of reserving yourself? I mean, not to socialize much. I mean, is there any advantage on that?
I'm not sure there's an advantage or a disadvantage. You do it because it's your personality. It is who you are. So in a way, you can't help it. You know, there are people who are very easy when it comes to socializing.
Yeah.
They socialize all through their lives from the day they were born almost. And for others, it's not
time.
easy. And as I said, for me, I think it's part of my personality because, and the reason I say that is because even growing up, and again, I've said this before, when I was very young, my parents took me to the doctors because they thought there was something wrong with me because I didn't cry at all for anything. And they thought there must be something wrong with this child.
Wow.
And so, you know, when I grew up, my parents would always tell me the story that, you know, we took you when you were like 1 year old and 2 years old to see if there was anything wrong with you.
Then,
Like, why doesn't this child cry?
Wow.
So there was always something there that kind of meant a reserve. So I was always obviously born with it. So over time, you get to kind of come out of your shell and you mix, you mingle, you socialize. As you say, in Africa, you know, I had 5, there were 5 of us, you know, myself and, you know, my siblings. I had cousins who, there were 8. There was another there were 9 of them, and another 5 and another 6. These were all my first cousins. So of course, every time there was an event, we all mixed together. So you kind of end up socializing.
And again, I think it can not only be socializing, but it can also be like if you have something and you refuse to share. Then at the end of the day, if anything happens, people won't come to your rescue because they will say, okay, you have to take your own greed because you've been greedy. Whatever you have, you refuse to share with people.
That's
so
a very good point.
Yeah, so I think it has to.
But what about you, Mr. Balde? I mean, what's your reading of this?
Well, it's telling you, I mean, to always put people in the picture of your situation.
Sure.
Maybe I'll take it in the area of you not feeling okay. It's important to tell people, look, I am not feeling okay. In case if something happened, or this is happening to you.
Sure.
You know, it might be a threat in your life. It might be something different. I mean, it's important to communicate. You must get someone that you talk to. I mean, as a person, I believe, either it's your wife or your brother or your best friend. I mean, you must have someone that can always be there for you, that you can share your personal things. In case there is an issue, this person will understand. I mean, you know, there is always a point. There should be a point where they should be able to read.
Yeah.
But if you don't give them any other thing to take from, I mean, obviously you leave them in the dark. So it's important for you to tell people how you're feeling, what you're feeling, and what is going, you know, through your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were going to throw in another proverb there, which is a problem shared is a problem halved.
Absolutely.
So you share your problems, and then your problems are lessened because there's somebody there to help you with it, and so on. So yeah.
But unfortunately today you share your problems and people laugh at you, and it becomes,
They put it on social media.
Yeah,
and it becomes
and they'll share it
a
anyhow.
talking point.
On social media,
Yes.
more likely.
That's true.
Exactly. So, I mean, we'll take a short break. This program is sponsored by Opticalia. They are located at Tropic Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got that today.
Oh, you did well.
And they are located at Tropic Shopping Center, Senegambia. Go and visit them. They are specialized on ear, throat, nose, and eye. They are very good. Just go visit them. And of course, we'll take a short break. After the break, then the newspaper. We only have 4 hours for the meantime. We'll be back.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living,
We need light to work,
to build.
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With the touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
We are back again, and this is QTV this morning. And of course, today, I mean, as I mentioned, I will be having the police PRO as well on our program, and we'll be talking to Lamin Kaba. But first, let's see what we have. This is for real. Transport Ministry signs $50 million is relocation of services with Gambia Armed Forces, and this Dakar mayor sentenced to 6 months imprisonment, and that's a mayor in Dakar.
Yes.
Yes, and we also have Barrow call for more action in climate financing. That's what we have on the Foria today. Dead body found in forest. Yeah, those are the headlines.
Yes, I mean the climate financing one, that was his speech at the General Assembly, or in the sidelines of the General Assembly, where, as well as the main assembly, where they all get, I'm smiling because they're all supposed to get 15 minutes to speak.
Oh.
Paul Kagame spoke for 9 minutes and 28. The president of Iran spoke for 38 minutes. They should have just cut off his
And
mic.
he was supposed to speak for
15 minutes.
Well, don't you think the president of Iran spoke for 38
38,
minutes?
which is 23 minutes more than they were allowed.
It's almost 40 minutes. I mean,
Sahaba Barrow.
maybe it's the layout of the Arab language.
Arab President Barrow,
Yeah.
you mentioned it, he will be speaking today,
Oh.
1 o'clock our time,
Oh, okay.
at the main assembly, where they get their 15 minutes.
Mr. President, speak for at least 10 minutes, please.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't talk for 50 minutes.
No.
I think even Macky Sall spoke for only 14 minutes.
Oh.
So many of them, most of them kept to the
Time.
time
Good.
limit. But I was surprised because African leaders tend not to.
They want to voice out all their problems.
They talk and talk. I once had the unfortunate pleasure of introducing our High Commissioner in the UK at an event, and I told him, he was there, there were some Nigerian governors, deputy governors, and I said to them, everybody, you've got 10 minutes to speak.
Wow.
He spoke for 45 minutes.
What?
I'm not kidding. If he's watching.
Well, Mr. Ali, I mean, I think it's important for people to get used to sticking
To
to time. I mean, when it is 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. I can see at events, sometimes you'll try to stop the speaker, I mean, those speaking, when you try stopping them, they'll still proceed and continue.
And you know what the trick is to a good speech? When you finish your speech, you want people to say, oh, gosh, I wish he would talk some more. Not have them thinking, oh, I wish he would shut up.
It's too boring.
You don't. This guy, by the time he got to the end of his speech, people were chatting, they were ordering food, and nobody was paying attention to him. 45 minutes? You're not Obama, even Obama. You know, and people just lost interest, you know, because everybody else has stuck to the time.
Maybe he was trying to voice out all his problems.
But you were given only 15 minutes.
When you get the opportunity to speak to world leaders, I mean, you try to pour your heart out.
It's not a school lecture. You know, it's 10 minutes, and the governors stuck to it, which surprised me, I have to say. I thought they would abuse it as well, but it didn't, you know. So hopefully our president will stick to his 15 minutes or less.
Exactly. So let's take a look at climate change. I mean, we have been talking about climate change. You know, we have seen the COP26.
Yes.
And they're talking about COP 27 in Egypt. You know, so you know, we have a lot of conferences being staged when it comes to climate change, and still we have issues. Every year in, year out, we still have to go and sit again to talk about climate change.
Yes, I mean, as we speak, John Kerry, who is the sort of climate change envoy for the United States of America, has been touring various African countries. I think he just finished about 3 or 4 days ago. And he's been trying to tell us, you know, don't transition into oil and fossil fuels. Now imagine if they discover oil off the coast of Gambia and we can tap into it. So one of our colleagues, Lamin in QCell, posted on Twitter. He said, you know, this would be a game changer for the Gambia. It will make us rich. Let us have our chance to spoil the planet in the way you guys have spoiled it for 100 years. Then we will stop. You know, it's a ridiculous pledge that they're trying to get African countries to make. Don't go into fossil fuels, but yeah, you guys, China, United States of America, Russia, they're still abusing the planet by, you know, using too much. India, you know, too much of fossil fuels, and then they're telling African countries, for whom, as I said, it could be a game changer, telling don't do it, don't prospect for oil and gas. No, we'll do it, thank you. And then, you know, we can all. It's you know, it's unfair. It's unfair because, you know, for us it could really make a difference. So, you know, it
could really make a difference. But I mean, because they did it doesn't mean it's right.
No, it's not right. I'm not even saying it's right for us to do, but you know, it's almost
considering
as if
our financial status. I mean,
well, this is it, and we're the ones who suffer the most from the effects of it. You know, we're not the great polluters. We suffer the most, and now we have a chance to kind of do something that would change everybody's lives in the country. And you're telling us don't do it? I hope African countries are not listening, in all honesty, even though we want to do our bit to contribute. But it's a difficult one to ask us
to do. Yeah.
Exactly. For me, I think most of these conferences that they organize, most of these summits, it's all about eating money. I mean, just coming together, sit and eating money. The people that attended the COP26, they said, in fact, those that exploit, I mean, the biggest exploiters of this earth,
the ones I've just named,
they refuse to attend the COP26.
That's not true. They all attended. They all attended. But what they didn't do was that they didn't make any binding agreements. They were all there. I mean, all the ones, China, America, Russia, they were all there. That's not true. They were all there. But what they didn't do is, at the end of it, and that's why you say it's a chance to eat money, because it ends up just being a talking shop, really. Because if you go there, you talk, you make all the nice statements, and then at the end of it, you come out with a communique which doesn't say, America, cut down your thing by whatever. China, cut it down by this. Russia, cut it down by that. If you don't do that and it's not binding, then it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
COP27 will come in Egypt, they will go and they'll all make the same pledges, and nothing will happen. We need to take action.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And they go to these summits, you know, try to come up with solutions, but at the end of the day, we don't see anything work.
No, for the COP26.
Because it's in their best interest.
For the COP26, there was no solution. I mean, they said we'll need to move it to COP27 in Egypt, where we're going to find solution, and we are looking forward to COP28 again.
Well, I was going to say COP28 will come 29, 30, and 40, and we'll still be 50. We'll still be talking rather than doing.
Yeah.
And that's what needs to happen, because you know the big polluters have to stop polluting. Then the rest of us will take them seriously.
And there was a time the environment minister was speaking, and this was her statement that you, the polluters, should come with a solution. Then we will see it from you people. Then we also will emulate and follow suit.
This is it.
Yeah. And I think that was very important.
Yeah.
You know, as the biggest polluters of this, you know, they have to come out with solutions, and they have to be honest to people, you know,
Sure.
because they're having the benefits. Now they're just, you know, attending summits, but they don't want to commit themselves.
Well, this is it, and one of the reasons why they don't commit themselves is exactly as Lolly says. In some of them, in America, and in Russia, in China, for example, they want the votes of the people in the coal industry, in the oil industry, and are you telling these people give up their jobs?
No.
No, you tell them that, they won't vote for you. So they have those internal political considerations as well as the one to the planet as a whole. And because of that, they end up making decisions because they want to get elected rather than decisions that will help the planet,
Definitely.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I think we have a long way to go as nations. Yeah.
A very, very long way. So what's the other headlines?
I'm seeing Gadoho calls for sign language advocacy of COVID-19 vaccines on TV. Well,
So
it's important. I mean, they are calling on well, it's an advocacy so that people can understand. I mean, in the society we live with people that cannot hear, some cannot see. I mean, how are we going to relate this information to them? So
Well,
I think it's important.
for the ones who cannot see, they can hear on the radio.
Yes.
But you're right. The ones who cannot hear and can understand sign language,
Sure.
it's fine. But let's be honest. This is Gambia. Whether it's sign language or hearing impaired or sight impaired, there's a reluctance to take the vaccine.
Big time. I see that.
The majority of the country is not sight or hearing impaired, and yet the majority of the country has not taken the vaccine. So you can do all the signing you want. Those who, and maybe that will, the people who will benefit from that will take up the call and get vaccinated.
I asked the Ministry of Health yesterday when they were here on their vaccine program. I said to them, look, I mean, where is the commitment? I just want to know, because for me, my home, I've never seen any Ministry of Health personnel coming to my house to vaccine my family.
Do you know why that is?
I've not seen anybody.
Do you know why that is? Because you don't have an address. They can't find you. I'm serious.
Yeah, maybe there are
I
places
keep going on
it's
about
hard
this
to
in
find.
Gambia. If everybody had an address, they would give them a list of addresses. You visit Ibrahim Abalde Street from number 1 to number 100. You tick off, I've visited this street and I've ticked off everybody else. Otherwise, it's kind of random. Oh, we've done Old Yundum. When I am asked to fill a form at the bank, the insurance company, what address do I put? Old Yundum. That's not an address. That's an area. So you need this for a million reasons.
Definitely.
I know when they talk to me about digital, that's not the answer. It really isn't. And because I always give the example, if your child and your child met at school and you say, oh, I want to come and visit you, where do you live? Oh,
Backwater.
let me find out the code that they've stuck outside my house.
Yeah.
No, tell them I live at number 10 such and such a street and I'll be there with my mom and dad. We'll come and visit you. There are reasons why
As easy as
the whole rest of the world has street names.
But when you
and
look at,
addresses.
I mean, street addresses also have to come with a very good structural plan.
The plans are there. The plans are
Well,
there.
in other places we don't have plans. to
Take
start.
this street outside our place here, Kairaba Avenue. There are 22 streets off Kairaba Avenue from the beginning to end. Not one of them has a name.
Wow.
Not one. That's a plan. It's a long street with streets off it. What more do you need? It's laziness. It's sheer laziness that has never been done.
Well, and you know, the most surprising thing
That's why they can't find you to vaccinate you.
Authorities cannot do, like, they are doing nothing about this. They know this is what is supposed to be done.
It's not like it's new. People have been having addresses for 300-400 years.
But they are doing nothing about it. I mean, we just have to keep these things alive.
And the mayor of Kanifing, I hope you're listening. I've been here 3 years. In my first week, I contacted your people and said, hey, why don't we do something about this? You know, nothing's been done. So, yeah, I hope you're watching this and I hope you're embarrassed.
Yeah, I think, as Mr. Ade said, it is indeed important to have the street names that would make it easier to trace people where they are located. Because I think the ministry, to be quite honest, they're really trying, you know, because they've done the health. The health.
They are trying.
They're doing house to house.
Because well, I was going to say, are they doing house to house?
Yeah, they did house to house.
The ministries are not trying.
They did house to house campaign, but the problem here is people are not, you know, willing to take this voluntarily.
Because I saw them when they were doing the booster jabs.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. This is it's not a perfect example because it was Kairaba Avenue, and they started at the bottom of Kairaba Avenue, and they went into every house and business and say, "Do you want the jab?" You know, they even came here, you know, to our place at QSL. So I know at least they were doing that. But obviously, I don't think they're going everywhere and doing that.
Exactly. When it comes to, you know, we're talking about COVID-19 here.
The ministry talks about vaccinating at least 70% of the population.
Okay.
And now they vaccinated 20.4.
Is it 20.4?
Yes. So now, they wanted to be vaccinated. I mean, I know it's difficult to get to every household, but the intention is to get to every household. I mean, let them use the strategy we know.
And you know, they were at
the strategy we know is you go visit an area. Today, if you want to go to Kerewan, you go visit vaccinated compounds in Kerewan.
I don't know. Yeah, Lolly,
yes,
sorry.
Just during the weekend, they worked in my home, and immediately they approached the rest of the people. And everybody started running.
They ran.
They all ran. I was the only person that approached them and said, okay, you see, I took 3. I just took my booster. Not long ago.
Listen, even here at QTV, we have colleagues who have not been
taken
vaccinated, and yet we got vaccinated as a group. So even if within our office,
so you know
what's their excuse?
I am surprised, and I wonder how did they manage to run away from the vaccine?
They just claimed to be ill on the day.
See,
it's easily done.
So when it comes to COVID-19, the ministry is really pushing hard. But I think the citizens are still reluctant, hesitant,
and that's what we need to get over.
Yeah, I think we really need to get over it.
They said they want to vaccinate schools.
Yeah.
But I said to them, look, before you vaccinate schools, you need to send message to their assembly and talk to the students so that at least they can have a peace of mind. Because we have seen a video that circulated few years back when those that vaccinate came to the school and the students were running. So we don't want such kind of a case to happen. So, you know, I think the communication aspect also should be strengthened sometimes.
And that's disappointing because many people think it's the young who will be more easily and readily willing to do it. And yet, as you said, they come to the school and the school children run. That's really, really depressing.
And during this campaign, what they were, the new strategy they took was they deployed Red Cross members, volunteers to communities, to school, to talk to children prior to their coming. So they make sure they convince them before they arrive. So it makes it easier for the team. So immediately they get to a particular place, then already they're convinced.
Yeah. And do they also speak to parents?
Yes, in communities they speak to parents. So at some point they will ask the children to go and inform their parents. So they will come back with an answer. Then the next day they will try to get it. Because I was very much particular with that. When I went to Brikama and I found them at a school there, so I talked to I asked the Red Cross, but is this really safe? You try to inject these school children without the consent of their parents because they're still young. And he was like, yes, we talked to them before, so they gave their consent. And I also approached a child who said, okay, I want to take, but I'll go to my parents. So whatever they tell me, then I'll come back to them.
Bala,
so I
you mentioned PTA there. I mean, how active are the parent-teacher associations in the Gambia?
For some schools are active, especially the school where my children go to. In fact, they added me on a group, on the PTA group,
where I got
to see some of,
me too.
So I think some of them are active, but most of them are dormant as well.
Right.
I think that goes to private school. Most of the private schools, their PTAs are very active.
Because they bother the parents all the time. I know.
I'm even part of the committee as well, where my kids are going.
Thank you very much. That was the newspaper review. This is QTV This Morning. If you miss anything discussed here, please go to our website. I mean, our social media handles. I mean, you can follow the program or you can follow the repeat at 12
on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, so now we'll take a short break. After the break, we'll be talking to Lamin Kaba, a very renowned businessman in the Gambia and a person who has been involved in whole activities when it comes to community, when it comes to the youth. I mean, we decided to bring him on the program, at least to talk to him. And the topic is our responsibilities as citizens, to take up your responsibility. We'll take a short break. We'll be back.
Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
This is QTV This Morning, and of course we are back again. Well, Mr. Ade said I'm getting used to the word "of course."
Of course.
But I managed to press it so that it won't come out. But I mean, it still does.
You're used to it, and it's your force, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. So now we'll do the community watch. We have Lamin Kaba, a renowned businessman in the Gambia. I mean, you've been very helpful when it comes to community activities. I mean, there was a time I went to the anti-crime unit in Virgilo. I saw Lamin Kaba provided fuel for the anti-crime. That I will never forget. Still, when I see him, that comes to my mind. You know, that's a good gesture. Today, we'll be talking about our responsibilities as citizens. And we'll prefer to do this in the local language because most of our viewers are local viewers. So it's important for us to share with them, you know, sitting at home, watching QTV and hearing Lamin Kaba, I mean, telling you the importance of taking up responsibilities. Mr. Kaba,
yeah, and it's really important that we speak in the local language because I know the Lamin for like quite a long time now. Where I have been, he has been very helpful, like you said. He has been sponsoring a program that I used to do at a particular radio station. And, you know, he does this community initiatives where he is like very interactive and very helpful when it comes to women matters. Exactly. So it will be very important. Definitely. And, you know, women gardeners, he goes to support them. So it will be very important. We talk to him in a local language so that the people out there, the CAFOs that he used to help, will really understand and will know what he's really here for today.
Lamin be numbara la programme oto mba fala bismillah ngawla ne nyina mo la first time to QTV.
Barka be la morla be jiberlal be tentula was already in that radio program wala baake ka itandi be QTV jiberlal be tentula ka management be tentu ke jey sakafar Mohamed Dia ka tentu ka jey topiko membe larim bi alhamdulillah ayam male ay Mohamed Dia male ba tentula fanan ka jey ka dol fanan ma mel fanan be do kunta nyatala kam banko ka bi alhamdulillah Allah kacha kuma da bake pour ka invite na ka kacha nyato tala kacha banku don la nyanto mu muneti pour ka tamandi banko ka war nga jele tiñar lal le siata dar lalt diamu lal le siata do ko lalt bar mbe talala nyaadi le momo yenta ke la responsibility tala pour banko sitano nyaato like do kunta nyaatala o mu development ne pour banko bi nka finti le ngata banta
okay lamin binale iko e nyanda ke réguler de bari loli jannimbe lamin dundi la fanan hanisa bi fenne me yalon ko akumayata bake eba nyin kacanyin abe dialale oto mbafala la moy rale ye lamoy
ye lamoy ni hakilo la farek
katum ntol ngajele ku jamal mil yalon ko bake kan Gambia banko kan jang ngalon ne ko mole mu me yalon ko ayala banko kanu ndum fanan mole me yalon ko natata faya soto abije mbe falingol jela banko kan
yalo diamulal ka fole ko man sakunda ta be keno la ya understand like so ni nga mol soto men boko lamen itol be banko kan ibela kata ko ke ka surtout funding ke la ko la mu fenne dum yalon ko bobe le nyanta kalaka ka mako wala sa jaay hammen ko min soto banko la ko do aske kutimi yalon ka la futala ko ma ya hamme nya kan tu ngal ne ko bi yem yalon ko aketa e suloti ko mayata fe bake wala ni nata banko la tanko la fanat
ha wo mu fenne me yalon ka ko nga fo e nyame ngajele num bring anti crime bela do ko kanu nene ngam meeting on soto je don tata no jele official be nata ngaje ay fuelo dila fuelo me yalon ko wose sambano wose la do ko ke no so anin ko jama ha so mbe lamin dundi la lamin
barka ka jibar lal tentu ke jey ka balde konton ka loli cham fanan tentu ke jey ka itande still be programme o men kona kumata bakelem pour mol sila moyala e sa a long muna be tamakan ko nga fo nyame dati wato tiñar lalle siata dar lalt diam lalle siata du ko lalt nga folo ntel funding kewol du kun tanya na siata banko kan tiñaro le kasia so ebe do kun tanya talala nyaadi bi ka folo ko kiw groupe be nyame do ko la jelle ba kono a sababu sunta molla aka borim le kata bantala kata partnal nyini ka investol nyini afana la investment ke ka kafu ka bonku do ko ke
wo kuma yata bake la mi minaje ite bobe ke ko no nyaade kan tu ngalo ne ko mu molti mi yanko be mamman kan julani safaro la ko sai te ni hammen ko mi so lan ka mu fenede mi yalon ka man so ne yaka ibo ke kan no nyaade
nga jele mol montre la responsibility ta kan même be business o ke kan banko kan bare ndam ma sembo mantra ke kan nka ta to ba budle nga ta wosi kay tandi na medical sector item sole manke bakelen equipment man soton na laptan bondalto alsi ma ko pour at least même be soton nola e sajin sa ka fu laptan bondalka e ka kiskisro kele folo before be ma ko la wol mu kulti me alon ko akumata bake jata kendea tanko anin karan la fanna so bi jama na ba nyama députéul e la do ko manke ka tasi député bongoto dron ka diamu ka chocho ka diamu même politiko han kabi ndolla afrika jam politiko le betama kan député bongol kono development kacha manter tama kan ko ayanta ka kenyam député mu ambassadeur ila tundo ka mele tombon ke kete député ila ambassadeur ya man dan député bon doronto ila ambassadeur ya député bon wala sabe ka diplomatic passport de la pour si traveling facility soto no ka finti bantala banko kan ka ten ela tundol wosi dulato dame alon ko ela tundo dal sulotala batu katu mansata be ken wala so bare bi député jelle bo keka amansia jama bi je ni tata nyinin drola ela tundo toyato like ni misal fe wuli keme soto wuli lulu dam may ka wol dila community molla e 95% ta wol mu kul di malon ko fanna fisiya kolem pour mol ntela business o nka small profit ole sotonje nin ko na business o capacity fa mo fota even 3 million multi la e ka fale e ka yimmel beketing banko ka e la business o fa mo fota even 3 million dollars so e be yin ke ka nyaadi len ngata daniro le ke kata nyinin karola e adinna
so be pour banko la
la fo ha so bar balde bi munen toltinya bi man na do ko lal fon respect sécurité compagnie nga yelle pour ka do ko lal do ko tanyata la bar muna sabu ngabula because killing nyanto man tarta maka kuno nka nale sante misal fe QTV enta konsulata 5 guards la nga 5 guards sambana after already 2 guards wolbe kana only 3 le kana so then ninkaro fata QTV ka 5 guard kuro dinna nka wota nu mfa alone tonya na guard sol mantre perform kan ku so then nsi ajibe mbe mune keno la pour ka tilimbale asifa nyine bula
ha yalo mfanam be mira kan walla ni ko pour moli momo yala responsibility as a citizen e kaje ko corruption o financiata kaba corruption o siata banko kan katum bi e ka mole mol ka fo ni society ta dame aka domoro ke jele yamira wol be mu kuma kendol ti bang
wala mu toñati e ko naaje tilimbali a siyata do ko dulalto mune a sabu hadumo banko molle karafa palaso la barayla palaso ke business rawolte misal fe ninte mu meyote nstranta o mu meyo no malankoti ngata marché to kay tandi marché molla ale makwe nadi no dole kulliyo soto ete sukuru boto lol dinna ete tulu boto tulu bidon saba dinna ete simmakwe e farine boto kelon dinna e ma fa e donto foy ko adinna na e ma lon ala marchandise soto nyaadi but bari itele be marle wo marché la
wotundo ha
so den ni iko already nyindi nana amari ma dila tumando abesila la ni ma nyindi nyina
fenne
beta kela wala abende tandilal na kum fato
okay
so wo mutilim bali adol di malon ko amanke comme le kataran keso dron kono muna sabe ko procurement pour ka business o ta ka keseng ka jibe mbe contrat ko nyinta la ka di jumanne so bar kesendiro te keri hello ndelum procurement manager di nyindulato bari sai afela kankar kundala invoice nata de but 100,000 I in charge wala so kankar kunda fana na invoice fela nata wala in charge 105,000 so then ite sa jindi 90,000 kono pour isa soto umutilim baleyat so bo pare e même fois ko e kaniso city dame ko ka balo wolto me a city bero ko na te bero nyimila okay so b asiata dame fam babake wala mu private sector bar mol ka fale man sakunda la karola asiata wolto bake fine asiata wala karola misal fe e karfa etele mu like ministry la carotte même marta tourisme la carole molle babul mel fana mu ala board membalti e ko okay sai afele ba balaf kanana fo tintoka 800 meters omu tourism na aeriality tide misale fe so den ete be palaso to ebe woto anu mansale tamu moy nanan sainta lafta investment
ha
e kayto lande wo koto me alon ko amari be do ko lalle create la ana amari parta pour ka do ko
ke ha
but bara amari be silole takan e mon fen so ton woto e ba mari kale kan pour akana access so ton no woto momen natana ko ha lafta pour ka yindula apply yin ken sonni nsulata 300 square meter la yindulato but $2 million so fele mba di la dumala pour isi facility yin create ni nga yindula so maybe wo 2 million men dikela anala investment bena kelement atena banko fa wona fala fulan jaw bo pare wo investment men fon jama aka men fon e kwa bena kela ayta fenso wulindi kadula protect na meta domande ayta investor do tana ay wo rent wo investor
ha
banko la dulato pour at least asa fonction personal things to
okay
wo bebe kerin
ko jamal betama kan
ha wo kuma ta bake kuma ya fo nyame an du ngalo ne ko moli wo fa place wo fa na nyin tale ka faham sain la fa ke nyin ka men ko tenke lame ite bunda jamal bunda milbiya lon ko ikama man wala te ko wala sementu ya bangon isa fo no moli fondinke la bunda lembang fo muso lembang komi ite muy la ma ko ro ka tilim min tole
na ma ko ro kata jama tanka la ma font because of munem bi ni mo tata fo asundumo bota nyonto don ala parensul ka nyinala e ka kem balitolti 90% be e ke la mol kem balitolti ma ko la bantar nyil so bo pare e ka don fol men fon dun ding nin dum fol bu ka bo bantala pour kana ka nyin ma ko aka ko leale fulan jaw tanko la fandal ntulo bala mo jamal be faka nyin wato kono ano be mu fonding kewolti 20 years 30 years 35 years fonding kewol le fon niyo be boka trou nyinto ntol be mu fonding kewol bi ni nyin tententa business la fon be silala pour adam masala moto drive ka finti muna asabu because e ba fala banko man tar tenkon kono tenkon te keno la ni man tenkunder la support wala mu police wolti anti crime kabre be la dula yella nga fuel de la nga sola light de la nata mobile de la pour siuji e da mal si communicate no pour at least nin ko be keren dulalto free communication si traitema nga okay wato men anu anti crime be la do ko ke kan fine bari ate mo kuron wolle ka start ka complain ko ten ka itandi anti crime na ko abe kerintenne adunta tenne so but ni man ka fo pour ka tanko la fa man nyana ka kanko la sembo limit man sayanta ka indula understand back ne banko je adiata abe tankarine na bagaso nka almost 25% talal pour tanko mol abe Rwanda dula bi jenne ka fay police canteen a private police canteen bi je government fananta bi je enim business la mel be partnership ka
sure
but bi tanko mantra caring ko laftala nyame
so say partnership ite fanan ni wol be wala keka o ite ba keka lillahi ala
mbe men keka mba keka ne pour ala sinjo mba keka ne pour banko la foka mani ala kano bar mo jama kano be da kono banko la karola konnante ya be esundo moto why because of politics hana ka bi politiko be mutarin tole bulu
politiko e mol tala politiko e mol tinya ay banko tinya
politiko bi nganyinala tanko nga pura ntara pura le ngay sefe nga itandela lafta puru al simma ko al show code create nye ngam mol sesi pour at least momon lafta ko contribute pour police la fuel $10 so si boy la credit koto 18 I think
I know remember
ni eba program okay
nga wo remember abo advocacy ke kan tumo min na tanu radio ta den nga discuss
so
wo ko be nyaade
ala bawto enata ñing limite le kay tande okay sign GSM mol fanan be la percentage soto na atole but GSM dol man song pour akoeta because eco etolte a facility tanola nge sefe e reply eco no
wala
so mute forcé nola
o mu toñal
bar natara ba nyama ndebe GSM mol sesindila wasifa si banko mako na be afan e fana mako nola momo la responsibility nyim banko ka yenta ka tala bi ki groupe jamo men lo nyim banko kam bi fo mol ke laaje non
mo ke laaje
salo
e kes pour mol sita sali so mo be sallaje o barajo QTV be ki groupe be muna fon soto natole so bi do ko la jelle be onda Q groupe asiatal
mashallah
wol be mu kul di malo ko moyenta ka la responsibility ta mandi banko
to yale mo lamin kaba ñi mu fenete me yalon ko akumma era baake ngalon programme o ñi mentutaje amansia bari on laftale yemu yamaru le soto pour banko dunkele
ani ila xammen ko mi anko ila faka wala tamani ñin tambe fero la fana ñaata ta ko
bi
kataba ke rek
melbe tama silo kanno e be tama wula e murindina banko kan 60% mantar do kola anu esi anything kenole man sakunda se e sesindike mako e ka do ko dula create
ko kuma ya daba
drogue a lampata banko drogue dealer ala sembentoya mu drogue square molleti et ça make sure pour ka jibe e ba ñilla mako ro tala no la nyaade bare ne drogue muta patable sante e tata adi sambala han ka bi man tra drogue kele kan
abe sakule
so drogue na e mo nyamandi never impossible pour bo nyamato ya kono no amam possible nin gino nyamato ya ma woka jarale shentan nyamato ya ma ka jarale bar drogue ni nyamato woto never te jarano la sa ngam fonding kewol sesindi nyina e fana finti e ta do ko nyin mel fana lon ko certificate be bole gita school grade 12 ma sakunda do ko dulada ma manke do ko dulada ni mon private sector soton ta e business communication current school e banking and finance current school ta eta collaboration nyine in business lal eta business la ni ala ma ko wato wati pour ka do ko dula soton wala ke function kum fal soton fine abete
exactly so, thank you very much
be mol be tentu ke je melbe QTV jibe kan ka itandi wato sutiata but alhamdulillah même mo hamoti pour ka itande banku doko manke masakunda doko dronte banku doko mbele wulta mbele ta ko wulika banku doko ke saka farna député al kodunomo bula al ta bantala banko kan al ta nyinindiro la nana al politiko bula bu
kibaro afuna te wala ya koyle
al solo député al si politiko bula so kumata bakela al ta la tundol mol ma si lol mam betea e la tundol so député bal danela
abarka wato men tutaje amansi abari abiri yala nye nata fanga 1 hour soto nyin kachaye gena dia wato abarka mbe break tala when we are back we'll talk to the police PRO cadet ASP Bintan Jai and we'll be talking about increase in crime in the Gambia. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time energy and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm. Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. And that's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus, we innovate, others follow.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that break. You're watching QTV this morning. The program is sponsored by Opticalia. They're located at the Tropic Shopping Center, Senegambia. And, you know, I am happy that I'm able to mention the Tropic Shopping Center, Senegambia. We are back again, and now on social issues. We have a lot of issues to discuss on this program.
A whole lot of questions.
So now we have the police PRO here, KDSP Bintan Jai, and I'll first start with congratulating her for appointment as the first female Gambia Police Force PRO. You're welcome on this platform.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
It's good to be with you on this platform. And how is it going now? How are activities, and how does it feel going up and down? I know work wasn't like this for you. I mean, every time call the PRO. Let's talk to the PRO. You are always on the limelight now.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this talk this soon. The honeymoon period was expected to be very smooth. Unfortunately, we are trained to expect anything in service. So I have a great team, and the Office of the Inspector General is very supportive. So things are...
All right, we'll come back to her. I am told they need to do 1 or 2 things on her first. Yes. Mr. Ade, it's good to have the PRO here.
It is.
We'll have to discuss a lot of things with her. Because,
sure.
I mean, we have a lot of things going on in this country too.
Yes, I wanted to do something unserious before we get into the serious stuff. And that is that your appointment was on the 18th of August. That was just 2 days before your birthday. Why didn't they just wait and give you the appointment on your birthday?
Oh. So that was her birthday gift.
That was the birthday present. Great one.
Nice one there.
So we'll take a short break. After the break, we'll be back. I mean, we'll be back.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network. Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. Kanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using Kanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. Kanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply. Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands.
Yes, we are back again, and we'll go straight to Piaro. Please, take us through your biography.
A brief one.
Yes, just
Okay.
Yes. I'm not saying you tell us all your biography. I
because
know
what we
you will
have here is a long one, but
yes,
you briefly,
just
as
a
he
brief
said,
one.
yeah.
Okay, I am Binta Njai Jata, Cadet Assistant Superintendent of Police. I was born in Banjul on the 20th of August, 1990. I am married. I have a son. I attended Tobacco Road Law Basic School, Albion Primary School, the Reverend Joseph I Memorial School, Stratford College of Management, the Gambia, Nigerian Television Authority TV College in Jos, and the National Open University of Nigeria, the Swedish Police College in Solna, Sweden. Yeah.
Okay,
And
interesting. That's a whole lot of credentials.
We did ask.
Yes. Today we're going to focus on crime in the Gambia. We've seen you recently going up and down. We've seen the crime at the Friendship Hotel. We've seen the, people talk about a whole lot of killings. Let's talk about what is the rate of crime in the Gambia? Is it increasing or dropping?
It will amaze you that it's not increasing. I think the reason why people feel there is a surge in the rate of crime is because it's reported. Crimes are reported. A lot of things were happening that were unreported. So now because we are coming out to say this is what happened and how it happened, so people think there is too much. We're not happy that this is happening. We're also not justifying the rate of crime at the moment, but I can assure you we're doing our best to make sure we register zero crime.
And Piero, I for one am glad that you said that, because I hope my colleagues at QTV are watching, because yesterday it got very heated and loud. And I was trying to tell them that when I was being trained as a journalist, these are exactly the kind of things that we were told to be wary of. Just because something is being reported more doesn't mean it's happening more. But the reason Balde asked the question is that when you go around, you hear people saying that, you know, crime has gone through the roof. And, you know, I tried to tell them as an old man, you know, I grew up in the days before social media, but now social media. So how are you countering this perception or the misperception that is out there?
I think our main focus is not even to counter the perception. I think what we are doing is to come up with operational plans to swiftly respond to crime and be more proactive than reactive. So if that is achieved, the perception would change. Yeah.
Okay, in connection to that, because you said you trying to exactly. So what are the challenges? Because I know it won't be easy. What are the challenges you face in trying to mitigate these crimes?
Yeah, one key challenge is community cooperation, and this is why we are embarking on stringent community policing activities and initiatives to ensure the community cooperates with the police in being forthcoming with information, since most of the time they are the ones that know about all these things before the police. Also, we are not adequately equipped with resources, but with the little we have, we are doing our best and will continue to do our best to assure that the Gambia is safe and free of crime.
Well, I mean, there was an incident, I think, the day before yesterday. I mean, the Chinese one from Banjul. I mean, according to a release that I saw, you said you were misquoted. I mean, now I'm seeing the man is treated and discharged. And the first information that reached us was the man died.
Unfortunately, like you said, we're in the social media world and people have different ethical backgrounds. But what I do know is the Chinese was stabbed and he was taken to Ndamban Clinic where he was treated and discharged. We received no report of his death, and we would update the public on that very soon. Yeah.
Piero, let's talk about investigations. Let's talk about the Gambia Police Force mode of investigation. Sometimes the general public thinks the investigation process at the police force is very slow. I mean, there are a lot of killings that happen and still we cannot get the end result of them. Let's talk about the Busumbala incident where they killed and they butchered the young lady from St. Peter's. And let's talk about the Lamen Mandinaring incident where an intruder entered a house and butchered a young lady. I mean, how far have you gone?
I wouldn't want it to be a blame game thing to see it's our fault or it's the fault of the members of the public, but the major challenge we face is most times crime scenes are contaminated. Like when crime occurs, people are not even aware of the consequences of their presence being there as per investigation. So some will go leave footprints, leave follicles, leave maybe sweat or all sort of things that could implicate them when we investigate thoroughly. So sometimes also we don't get adequate information regarding these cases. So basically what we do is to make best use of what we have at hand with our expertise, investigate the matter and get to the bottom of it. But in cases where we're unable to get to the root of it, major causes are crime scene contamination. So we'll advise the general public to stay away from crime scenes and reach out to the police as soon as possible when those things occur.
Well, interesting, Mr. Ade.
Interesting indeed, and I'm glad again that you mentioned crime scene contamination, because what we've seen recently is that there have been incidents where there's been a murder and people have gone with their smartphones, and before anybody has reached there, they've taken pictures and they've uploaded them.
Yeah.
And the mere fact that they're there on the scene means that, as you said, they have contaminated. So there needs to be a kind of education of the public about this. Other than, of course, coming on platforms such as QTV, what else are you doing in order to, to educate the public that, if there's a crime scene, don't go there and end up contaminating it?
Yeah, as we speak, we have our team. It's a joint task force touring the length and breadth of the country. And one of those things they're telling the people is to make sure the first point of contact when something occurs is the police, and not to be there taking photos and sharing on social platforms, because being inconsiderate and not conscious of the feelings of the families of those victims in itself is unhealthy. So we are doing those sensitizations, and this program is also one of those sensitizations, because I'm sure after speaking to the people, some would understand that when crime occurs, the first thing you need to do is to contact the police and not to be there taking photos or picking things that you have access to.
Do we have the right equipment to test certain things, fingerprints? Do we test DNA? Do we have all those things? Because they matter when it comes to apprehending.
Human resources, what we don't have enough or sufficient to combat the high rate of crime, if you like, or the sophisticated trends in crime today, is the material resources that we lack. We have the CRO, they take fingerprints, but we don't have adequate resources to be able to function the way we should. We don't.
I think I want to comment here with regards to the checkpoints, the illegal and unofficial checkpoint. No, legal, yes.
Official and unofficial.
Yeah,
it's great you brought the word illegal, because I think when we say unofficial, people now routes, the traffic officers mount unofficial checkpoints. They are not illegal. So now what we want to do is, in order to avoid delay, for safety purpose, we come up with the plan to say, let's suspend all unofficial checkpoints and substitute those checkpoints with mobile patrols, routine mobile patrols. Because if you realize, those mobile patrols are more functional. You're able to swiftly respond than when you're just there waiting for vehicles to come. Yeah, so they are not illegal.
Yes, that's clear. And you used to have weekly press conferences with regards to the joint patrol team, but we have not seen it happen for a while.
Weekly would be tough. We have a lot of engagements, and it's not about coming out to say. I think it's more about doing. So we are more focused on being more into action orientation than speaking about stuff. So we have our plans, we have our operational strategies to ensure that all these things people are seeing that feel so uncomfortable in our country are sorted. So whatever is significant to come out with, we would come out with.
I'll take you back to checkpoints, unofficial or official, whichever. Without giving away too much, what are they checking for? It's not a trick question. The reason I ask this is my colleagues know that I sometimes leave work, not sometimes, most nights, 9:30, 10 o'clock. By the time I finish my 3-mile journey, I would have passed between 20 and 30 cars that have no lights, or they have one light, and yet they've gone through a checkpoint. A colleague here once challenged me, and then I said, okay, I will drop you home. When he got to counting 20 cars, he stopped counting. He said, I believe you now, because he hadn't even noticed it. But what he had noticed, what he and we had gone through at least 2 checkpoints, and so had those cars, and yet they had not been stopped, and they were driving at the dead of night.
That I wouldn't know, but since you came up with it, I think police is an institution that is also growing. We're evolving, and these kind of feedbacks are good that we have, so we can also improve on them. this would be a message I would also send to our traffic officers so we can improve on. But I can assure you our main agenda or motive is to ensure that we have compliance on our roads, we have safety on our roads, we have sanity on our roads, because there's a lot of madness on our roads. So this would be a message we'll take back to our command.
Finally, if I hand over to you, a driving related one. We've all seen recently the driving license.
Exactly.
The law says quite clearly it's for 3 years. And yet if the policeman stops me and it's over a year old, he will tell me I'm liable to a fine. Is this about to be resolved, or what is the situation?
It's amazing
The
that
law
the
is the law.
news came out while we are in the middle of negotiations and discussions. This initiative was within the stakeholders involved. So the credit goes back to the people that came out with it, but we started talking about this even before it came out on the news. So discussions are ongoing. This would be resolved and the 3 years would come into effect, and when that comes, the message will be clearly communicated.
Piero, we want to make it clear. What is the statistic of the recent killings? I mean, some are saying 7, 8, some are saying 5. Can you give us the right number?
Okay, presently or currently we had 2 in Bansang, 2 in Bakau, 2 in Sinchu, that is Sinchu Wuri and Sinchu Alaji. Yeah, and yeah, that's what we have for now. 6.
Okay, that's 6, all right. What's the status of the 118 number? Is it functional?
117 is functional.
117 rather.
It is functional.
Yes. We can access it. Piero, are you
can,
sure?
You can do that right away.
We have a whole lot of numbers that are dormant.
I can help you do that right away, and you'll speak to our people.
Piero wants to prove
Yes, I want to do that.
I don't think you even need to do that.
I will do that. Let me do that.
Oh, Piero wants to do that on air.
So how effective they are?
Or you can use your phone and do that for us.
Yes, okay. Should I?
But we do that. You can do that.
Let me just try.
But yeah, because I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, we can't reach you on your 117."
Please allow me to call 117. I want to talk to the Gambia Police Force.